Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Horoscope featuring the Maverick Josh Zodiac. Now, I know we've done this show before on the old company. Old company was shit. We're in a new company. We're in a much better company now. So, with that being said, my inaugural guest on the show will be none other than the GM of Apex Championship Entertainment. I almost forgot the name. That's okay. And that will be Mr. TJ Cantu. Welcome to the show, Mr. Cantu.
How's it going, brother?
It's going. I'm gonna say, looking at, based on what I saw on the first episode of Apex Uprising, I wasn't too impressed with your managerial skills, but I can be bought, I can be paid, I can be swayed another way, just like any
Yeah,
other American voter. Educate me, and maybe we'll see what happens. I do
you
have
know,
a series. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what, man. I was a little disappointed in myself as well, man. I think just to give you the clarity on that, when I took on this position, I came in, and when it's your first day at work, I'm shaking hands, trying to get in good with everybody, and yeah, man, I'm quickly realizing, and I learned that day, this is a whole different ball of wax, man. This is something. Um, I don't want to have to be the asshole. I kind of want to be the guy that plays nice with everybody. I feel as a GM, um, I want to push everybody to be their very best. I want to step back, uh, and again, that's the whole Sage situation. But yeah, man,
Yep.
rough day, rough first day. These
You know,
guys, these guys don't play nice, man.
as a former GM of not wrestling, but just a former GM, you can't be everybody's friend. You have to be the asshole. You got to find that medium ground between we're cool and you're fucking up. You got to find that medium. So, with that being said, this will segue into my first question, and that is, what experience do you have that makes you think you can manage a wrestling promotion?
Good question, man. First off,
I only
just
have good questions. I only
yeah,
have good
before
questions.
always right. I think before you get into wrestling, you first off, you got to have a love for the business. It's not something that you're just going to go ahead and say, I want to do it. And you don't know shit about it. All right.
Mhm.
So going back to when, childhood and everything, um, constantly watching everything. But aside from that, man, just being a lifelong fan, but not just that, I've had numerous manager skills in sales and when it comes to promoting and marketing. I've had it in mental health. When I've dealt with people who are pissed off all the time and everything, and I've learned to calm them down. So I think not you take the marketing, you take sales, you take psychology, the college classes I've had, you take managing again in other organizations as well. Um, I think I got what it takes, or actually I know I got what it takes. Again, going back to the first day was just it was a rough day. I'm getting to know everyone, and I think they took advantage of that. But the funny thing is you're not going to see that this time. This time, now I'm going to take the shoes off. They're going to know who the fuck I am, and unfortunately, some are going to not like that. Maybe a lot may not like that. But I
Mhm.
think once they realize for the greater good of the company, they'll be more respectful.
And I will say something that my ex-wife used to always say to me: actions speak louder than words. And so far, your actions have spoken pretty loudly, but there is room for improvement. People think I'm a complete and total dick. I'm not. I am I'm very biased in who I like and don't like in the company. But at the end of the day, you know, like
I'm
I'm
not here
like
to
any
be
other
right,
person.
bud.
You can prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong.
Yeah,
That
and
way I could eat the crow and okay, fine. I fucked up. I messed up. Let's move forward.
no, and here's the thing with me. I enjoy criticism. Here's the deal. I don't like nobody pussyfooting things around. If I'm not doing a good job, you let me know. And that's the one thing I love about my upper management is that they will tell me. And again, this was something I was a little bit. I at the end of the show, I was pissed off. I was hurt. I'm actually still suffering from that neck injury that Mr. Sage gave me. But there are actions and then there are consequences to those actions. And Mr. Howler, I hired him, and I think I'm finding out very much who he is. My point right now is get the fucking job done, and we're gonna see. I'm confident. I don't know if you recently saw that promo he just did. I think we got him in the right place. Someone needed to slap him and wake him up, and he did just that. I think he understands now the severity of what I always knew, and I think we're going to see a pretty damn good match March 1st.
Yeah, I did see that promo earlier this afternoon. It's funny, we're talking about Howler, which will segue into question number 2, which is, if Howler had already signed a contract for Apex, then why did you let him dictate more terms? This is the question that everybody's been asking me. Now I have the chance to ask you, why did you let him walk all over you? Not just Howler, but also Jason as well. They both had you backed into a corner.
Did they?
They
Do
did.
you think they
I
did?
know they did. I saw it. I saw it firsthand. They
Here's the thing.
they had you in a corner, and you pretty much caved and said, "Okay, fine, you can have what you want. You can have what you want." And this is where I'm coming from. It didn't look very strong for you just to give in, because this is telling the locker room that, okay, guess what? And if you just push me just a little bit, if you put a little pressure on Mahomes, he's going to crack under pressure, and that's what it looked like to me.
Here's the thing, man. There's a thing, and you'll if you were in psychology, I don't know if you ever took any psychology classes. There's a thing. What we do is letting someone think they're in charge. I'll give you a rough example. Um, I have a guy who's on a diet. He cannot have what I want him to. He's not going to eat what he wants. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give him 2 choices. And when I give him those 2 choices, I'm going to tell you, you can have whatever you want of this. When I tell him that, he feels like he's in charge. Now, for Howler, now getting to that question, right? Howler went ahead and he made his demands and everything. Legally, he signed that contract. He signed that contract, right?
He did.
Meaning, guess what, Jason? You're not going to just come in and fucking have fun with the lawyers and have fun figuring all that shit out. But is that going to help me defeat Sage and Humble Sage? Is that going to help me in my quest? No, it's not. So for me, in this time, I said, well, okay, he wants a championship match. Here's the deal. He upped it for me. It was just supposed to be a match where they were just supposed to go in and do their thing. He went ahead and offered me, let's make it a TLC match. That's even fucking better. If you want to, I wanted you to humble Sage. You want to go out and beat the shit out of him, even better. I'm not going to argue with that. Hardcore championship, I don't have the control at the time to do that. But you know what? Here's the deal. I can either let him walk out, or I can say, you know what? Let me give you this little win. This little win. And for me, giving him a championship match, it's under my authority. It actually helps me even better because if we can take the championship off of Sage, even better. I think he's going to be a shitty champion. Just given the fact that this guy doesn't fucking play by the rules with anything. What can I do with him? Except wait for him to fucking cause chaos and hurt my roster. So to answer that question, man, um, quick thinking, let him think he's in charge for that second. Let him underestimate me. I'm okay with that. If I have to be underestimated, that's fine. Because when I finally do bite, you'll know it was for a bigger reason.
A little reverse psychology. I kind of dig that. And I did take some psychology classes in college and didn't think about that. It hadn't crossed my mind, but that's some quick thinking on your part. Um, you did mention Jay Sin, and I have to ask, is he even under contract? Because I feel like if he's not under contract, why is he in the ring dictating terms for Howler at this point?
Jason is an interesting character. He's a very smart guy. Uh, He's impressive. I'll tell you this right now, man. Is he employed with Apex Championship Entertainment? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But I will tell you this. Jason is exactly where he needs to be. And come March 1st, he will remain exactly where he needs to be.
All right. I like that answer. Jesus, man, you're quick on the take. I'm digging this right now. Now nobody knows better than either myself or Lord Draven that Sage Unholy is a fucking beast. I went through 2 of the 3 seasons of Hell with him over a year ago, so I get that. But my question now is, why sign him to the company knowing that he's a wild card, that he doesn't play with others, that
Here's the deal. We're going to be quite honest. I'm going to sit up for this one because this is like a
okay.
serious matter. All right. I didn't sign him. I
Oh,
didn't sign him. Upper management signed him. And we had a big here's the deal, man. I got the owners of Apex and they got the end say. I can't personally, um, as a talent, absolutely you want Sage on your roster. The problem is that Sage has this, and again, I go back into psychology because I did that a lot. He has this deep inner issue inside of him that I don't think this is right for him. I think he needs to actually be locked up, studied for a little bit, and then maybe get some kind of medication to bring him out here. He's coming out here with no medication. He's coming out here as Sage.
yeah.
I went back, I looked back at him. I didn't choose that. So I just want to go on record and say I never chose to sign him. For whatever reason, it was said to sign him. I'm not going to go against what the owners and upper management say. And why he's here, we're going to find that out. We're going to find that out. I think March 1st, we're going to find that out. And the future of Apex, I think what I will say is I think he's going to leave his mark. And I think we're going to find out very soon why he's here. And that's interesting, but it's also scary.
I couldn't agree with you more. Sage is a lot of things. He's crazy. He's mentally deranged. He should be locked up in a straitjacket in a padded room and studied. I 100% agree with you on that. But since we're talking about people that are unhinged, I'm going to move on to Mayhem, who is another group of people that are wild cards that don't play well with others. I don't even know if I'm a former member. That's a whole different topic down the road. But my question to you is, why sign Mayhem when we all know they're nothing? And let me emphasize the word nothing without Lord Draven.
That's your opinion?
That's fact.
That's fact.
I don't give opinions. I give facts.
Okay. So we'll do this. We'll do this. Mayhem, Disciple, Asmodeus, Maniac. When I see them, I don't just see them as just mayhem. I see them as separate individuals. And if you take a look at every single one of them, all right, every single one of them is crazy talented. Disciple, Dark Web champion. That speaks for itself. I don't need to even give anything more. Maniac, same as well, right?
Yeah.
Ace champion. You got Asmodeus, Colossus of Corpus, all right? Why would I not sign them? Now, are they a lot? Yes, they're a lot to deal with. Are they going to do things the way they want to do them? That's fine. The thing with me at the bottom line is what's best for business and what's going to be good competition. And what I know for a fact is when they get in that ring, all their actions are going to be in that ring. Everything they want, I'm okay with. They want championships, let's do it. They want to go ahead and cause mayhem as they're doing it, right? No pun intended. That's fine. Here's the deal. I know when they get in that ring, they're going to put their money where their mouth is. So we're seeing that already. So I have no issue with signing them. Here, I got to build a roster. I got to build the best roster. Now, I understand Lord Draven may not have had the best experience with them. There was a huge thing, right? He was excommunicated. Okay.
Yep.
I get all that. But this isn't about mayhem. This is about Apex. What is best for Apex? And for best for Apex is to have three dominating individuals that, whether they choose to have separate careers or come together, they're fucking badass. They're super talented. And it would be stupid for me to leave those three out in the open as free agents where anyone can sign them. It's a stupid decision. And at the end of the day, I think I made the best decision available.
I know they've had some choice words to say, but yet we've yet to see them do anything. So again, I go back to what I told you at the very beginning of this interview, that actions speak louder than words, and all they've done is talk a lot of talk, but they have not walked the walk. And again,
Have you seen them? Have you seen what they've done?
they haven't done shit. I'm not impressed.
You weren't impressed with all their matches.
The
I'm gonna call
match with
bullshit on
Asmodeus and Venom? No, I wasn't. I've seen nothing to have them impress me. Zero.
Look at their past matches. Look at all their tapes, man. I'm absolutely impressed.
The
Okay.
only the
As most
only member the only member of Mayhem that's on the current Mayhem group that I'm actually impressed and respect is the Maniac. And for those that do not remember, I used to be his handler. I was the one that kept him in check. And then when Draven did all the dumb shit he did with Sage, I walked away. And credit to Maniac, he evolved. He overcame. He became better. And I'm nothing but proud of Maniac. I just don't like the decisions he's making going forward. He deserves so much better than to be, letting Disciple be his mouthpiece.
I think for Maniac, when he chooses to speak, he makes a hard hitting impact. I think
Agreed.
right
100%.
now, here's the thing, man. And that's the one thing that you just gotta respect about Maniac. Sometimes less is more. You know, he doesn't need to let everyone know what he's thinking. And that's even the best card to play. You keep a straight face, you say nothing. You let no one know what's under you. Here's the deal. If you're gonna go with Disciple, right, and you're gonna go with Maniac, who the fuck do you know? Do you know anything of what Maniac's gonna do? Absolutely not until he
Yep.
does it. That's dangerous.
Yep.
Disciple, on the other hand, Disciple, he's a talker, man. But
Yeah.
he can back it
Yeah.
up. Look at what he's got around his waist. He backs it up. You can
Yeah.
say what you
I
want
mean,
to say, man. Say what you want
yeah.
to say. And you're always entitled to your opinion, and I respect your opinion. But Mr. Zodiac, at the end of the day, who are champions and who are not? And
Well played.
that's that, man.
Well played. I like that. And again, like I don't. For me, my opinion, how I feel about it is that they did Draven wrong. Draven put them where they were, and they kicked him out. They pretty much pulled the edge in the Judgment Day on him. Okay, cool. We're here. You're gone. Let's move forward without you. And I didn't agree with that then, and I sure as hell don't agree with it now. So Draven deserved better than that.
And you know what? Here's the thing with that, man. I'm not going to comment on that one. Um, why people do things, your guess is as good as mine, man. The only thing I can think of is that again, they did what they did because they felt they can elevate themselves. If they had to step over Draven to do it, you know. But again, what has been the topic? I think the biggest thing we've been saying in this whole podcast right now is actions have consequences. Okay,
They do.
so
Mhm.
will that ever will I don't know where Draven's at, man. If he ever chooses, if he ever chooses to talk to me and say he wants to get back in, that's up to him. Where Draven went, where he, that's up to him. But I will say something. I don't believe that Draven's okay with what happened to him. I think there will be a time where Mayhem will have to collect uh, the punishment that they deserve. But until that day comes, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, man. Everything, honestly, if you really break it down, everything rests on Draven. And where Draven's at right now, your guess is as good as mine, man. I have no idea.
And I don't either, and I haven't had any contact with him either. That's when Dick Biggins was asking me on commentary, "Oh, you should know." I'm like, I don't. I'm not in that line of communication. I don't know if I've been excommunicated as well or I've just been cut off. So I know nothing about Mayhem at this point. All I know is that there's 3 of them. There used to be a lot more of us or them at this point, and I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't. I. I'm. It's hard for me to not have an opinion about something or to talk about something, but I have nothing about that because I don't
Well,
know.
let me ask you, where is your point in Mayhem? Because you were never excommunicated, I don't believe.
You're right. I wasn't. I
So
was.
it's
I was
a
put on
little
the shelf.
shocking to me that someone who's never been excommunicated would be, I would think, that you're part of Mayhem. So you've been asking all the questions. Well, let me ask you a question then.
Sure.
You've not been excommunicated. Technically, you're still a part of Mayhem. I
Technically,
mean,
you're
well,
right.
no, are you still a part of Mayhem? Let's
I
let's go
don't
on
know.
record right now. We got everyone watching, right? We got everyone watching. I'm interested. Are you a part of Mayhem?
I'd like to think that I am, but at the same time, Disciple, Maniac, or Asmodeus have not reached out to talk to me. And you gave me a great idea. I think for my next episode of this show, I'm going to have all 3 of those fuckers on the show and we'll clear the air. So you're hearing it here right now. Next episode of the Horoscope, I will have if they have the balls to show up, I will call them out now. If they have the balls to show up, even if it's just one of them, I don't care who it is. We'll figure this out. But
Ooh, see,
and I will let them
okay.
know where my loyalty lies.
Your loyalty can lie anywhere, man. But if you're still part of
True,
Mayhem, you're part
true,
of
but that
Mayhem.
doesn't mean I have to like what they're doing.
Yeah, you don't have to. This is
No, I
actually
don't.
really interesting. I'm actually now, man. You've set it up, man. I'm excited to see next episode, man. Shit, you're on your shit. I like it. I like it.
Well, I do what I can. I've had some great teachers along the way to kind of teach me the way. I did have another question, but you've already answered it, and it was pretty much why did you fold this Jason when he demanded a new title or a title shot for Howler? You already answered that question, so I'm not going to repeat it. But the last question I have, save the best one for last, is and I made the comment on commentary, not just myself, but Miss Dick Biggums as well, like who's really in charge, who has power, and I have a quote from maybe maybe you don't. It's from a show called Dallas, way back in the day. Jock Ewing, the owner of the company on the show, says real power is power you take. If you have to be given power, it's not real power. So leading into that question, do you think you really have any power? And who was the voice on the other end of the phone call at the end of that episode? If you can tell me who the voice was. If you can, I totally get it. But inquiring minds
Do
want to know.
do I have power? Here's the deal. Aside from myself, who you've seen,
Nobody yet.
then I have all the power. I am Apex. Okay,
Hmm.
I am Apex. I have all the power. If I wasn't supposed to have all the power, I wouldn't have all the power. For whatever reason, I was put in this place. So to answer your question, do I have all the power? Yes, I do. can do whatever I want, say whatever I want. I have complete control. Now, at times, do I seek advice? Sure. It would be stupid to not ever seek advice. Now, for whatever reason, if I ever decide that I shouldn't be where I'm supposed to be, or for whatever reason, fate decides not to put me there, then let the cards fall where they may. But I'll tell you this right now, I have complete control. I was given complete control, and I have complete control. So there is no question. There is nobody. I made a phone call. Yes, I did. I made that phone call. And that phone call, who's on the other end, who's not on the other end? At this point, it means nothing. It could have been my mother. It could have been my father. It could have been my best friend. It could have been, but I'll tell you who was on that phone call. Whoever I chose to seek advice from was someone that I hold with great value. And this person, absolutely, I do nothing uh, without their advice. And a lot of the decisions that you're going to see March 1st will reflect that. So, yeah, reiterating again, I'm in complete control.
All right, strong. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I came into this interview thinking you were gonna buckle like a belt, and you have stood very, very tall and very, very strong. I'm actually very impressed. The last 26, almost 27 minutes have impressed me. I'm not quite on your side yet. Again, like we said
You're
before, I actually speak louder the words. I want to see it.
going to be there March
So
1st. You're going to be watching
I'll be watching. I won't be there, but I'll be watching.
Bville Beatdown. Bville Beatdown. Okay,
And
we're
since
gonna
you
we're
bring
gonna
that
we're
up,
gonna
since you
we're
bring
gonna
that
talk
up, is there anything else that you want to say to not just to me, but to the Apex universe, the roster, the current roster who may be coming in? Is there anything you want to say to them?
absolutely
Freeform, whatever you want to say it here, please.
awesome. Thank you, and I will. Here's the deal. Bville Beatdown is the measuring stick. It is our first PLE. What you are going to see is you are going to see something that is going to put us on the map. What you're going to see, there's a lot of shows in Texas, but you are going to see us. You're going to see us for what we are and who we are. Okay. What you're going to see is in the past, there have been other promotions and they've been burned down. But from that burn down and from those ashes arose something. And from those ashes, who arose and what arose was something a lot better that people weren't expecting. March 1st, you're going to see that. You're going to see who we are and why we survived. Now, for all those who are choosing to come, just understand we have a very talented roster and we don't really take lightly the newcomers. Okay, so if you're going to come over here, put in the work, be ready. Because I'll tell you what, every single one of these guys are hungry and every single one of these guys want to be the best. You choose to come over here, understand you're competing with that. For the fans out there, get ready. Get ready to see these guys put everything on the line because this is our first PLE. It's different from any other thing. We have to put ourselves on the line. We have to be the absolute best. And you're going to see that March 1st. So if you haven't already, check out our website. Go ahead and if you get on Facebook, Apex Championship Entertainment, get on there, add us. There should be a QR code where you can go ahead and get your tickets and be there because you are going to see a roster. You're going to see matches that you probably will never see again. You're going to see some guys do everything they can and bust their ass to make sure that the money that you paid to see is well off. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. March 1st. I hope you're
March
ready.
1st,
Zodiac, I
you
hope
said
you're ready.
Beeville, Texas. At where's the location at again? I'm sorry.
That is going to be the Galvon Center, I believe.
The Galvon Center's in Beeville.
Scratch. Give me that. Hold on. This, let me tell you something. I finished already 2 of these. So let me.
Well, it is
You know
happy
what? I
hour
was doing
somewhere.
so good, right? And now here we are. No, Jesus Christ,
Uh,
it's in Beville. It's in the QR code, man. You know what? This is the last one for tonight. But yeah, here's the deal, man. If you go on the Apex webpage, you are going to go to you'll look down, you're gonna see Beville Beatdown. Click on that QR code, it's gonna tell you the hall. And yeah, man, you'll have all that information right there.
it's the Grand Dance Hall. I had to look it up real quick. So yeah, the Grand Dance Hall, March 1st, Beeville Beatdown,
Boom.
Apex Championship Entertainment. Have you all announced the matches yet? I know there was one or two that were on the page. But what matches do we currently have on the card as of right now?
Oh man, we've got so many, man. I'll tell you what. I know we got Sal versus Striker. That's going to be a dog collar match. I
I've been
mean,
looking forward to that one for a long
yeah,
time. I've been
there
looking forward
there
to
is
that
no
one.
running away, man. There is no running away. There's no taking a breather. I'm going to lay down and just rest for a little bit. No, it's going to be a fucking dog fight. And if you know these two guys, it's going to be brutal. Okay, um, we do have Sage versus Howler. We did a lot of talking about
We did.
that. We have
Yeah, we did.
uh,
Yeah.
let's go into Maniac versus Mac. Mac threw out a challenge. Maniac declined. He did
As well,
decline.
he should have. As well, he should have.
Uh,
I don't think Mike is deserving of a title shot. But that's
Man,
not my call. That's not my
he,
call, though.
it's here's what happened, man. Who was brave enough to call him out? Did anybody else call him out? No,
See
Mac
what
stepped up. Here's the deal. Mac saw the opportunity and he said, you
mhm.
know what, I'm gonna take it. That earned my respect because that's what I want. I want people to take that shot. And he did that. He said, you know what, I'm gonna fucking go ahead and I'm gonna throw it out there. Now, it got declined, but I sat down with Mac and I said, who do you want to be? Who are you? Why do you? Here's the deal, man. You want this championship. What if you win it? Then what? And I think we had a pretty deep conversation. I think after I had that conversation with him, I said, you know what? I'm going to give you one shot. One. Go out there and show me. But when you go out there and show me, again, this is Beville, Beat Down. This is Apex. This is our first PLE. Make a name. And what better way to make your name than coming out, getting a championship match, and winning it? If you can do that, that changes everything. If you are who you really think you are, I will give you one chance. Don't ask me ever again if you fail. If you fail, that's on you. You fucked up.
So
Okay.
you made Mac Eminem. You made him Rabbit from 8 Miles. What
We're
you
gonna,
did.
we're gonna
One
we're gonna
shot.
find out what he can do, man. He talked the game, and nobody else had the balls to go up against Mayhem. I mean, because here's the deal, man. You're going up against Maniac, but this is fucking Mayhem, dude. Anything can happen. Anything can
Yep.
fucking happen. You
Oh yeah,
know.
I know.
Um,
Nobody knows better than me. Trust me, I
yeah.
know.
Here's another match that's really interesting to me. We got Gavin Ace, and we have Disciple, and I was able because I got a request that somebody wanted to be included in somewhere in the PLE. So I had to go again. I've worked for a mental health facility, and I had to pull some strings.
Oh no, you're not saying who I think you are you?
I had to pull some strings
Oh no.
with a lot of people, and I was able to get Madman released.
Oh man.
I,
Oh
I
no.
dude, he's fucking crazy, man. He's entertaining. I like him. I like the guy. I had a long talk with him that went everywhere, like
Yeah,
literally everywhere.
yeah.
But
Well, I believe it.
it's gonna be for the Dark United States Obsidian Championship.
Oh,
The
a new
first ever,
title.
the
Nice.
first ever new title, new title.
Nice.
And we're pulling out all stops, man. It's the PL. It's our first PLE, man. We're throwing everything we can, you
Damn.
know. And here's the deal. The cool thing about that is who's it's so evenly matched. You got fucking Madman who's all over the place. You got Disciple who doesn't play nice. You know, he's gonna do it. He's Disciple. We already know what he's
Yeah,
all
we
about.
do. Yeah, we do.
But then you get Gavin Ace. And for me, I'm always a fan of the underdog, man. And I really, really hope that he comes out on top. I'm going to call it. You know, I love all three of them. I think they're all talented individuals. But if he can sit there and evaluate the situation and defeat Disciple with Madman running around,
Yeah.
to me, that's the icing on the cake. You can't write a better story, man. Gavin Ace is super fucking talented. He's a wonderful guy. Um, and I'm really, really excited to see what he can do. For me, the cards are stacked against him, unfortunately, because these guys are not. There's a difference between good competition and just I'm going to do whatever the fuck I got to do to win. And unfortunately, I threw two guys at him, but he's done it before, and I think we're going to see if he can do it again.
And one thing that you may be forgetting as well is that Gavin is a former champion from the other promotion and was a fighting champion. You know, tons of respect from Gavin. I do know in the other company, I was his first match. He survived. He can take a chop like a champ. I'll give him that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gavin was able to pull a rabbit out of the hat and win this match. I'm not
That's
saying
what I
he's the
like
favorite
about
to
this guy.
win, but I definitely want to see what he's a high flyer. He's a Rey Mysterio type. He's a high flyer. He's quick. He's fast. I can't wait to see what he does in this match. I'm actually looking forward to commentary on this. This is going to be interesting.
I think, and I'm gonna go on record on saying this. I think when it comes to Apex Championship Entertainment, I think the sky's the limit for this guy. I can see him doing anything. He's just an amazing person outside of the ring and inside of the ring. Um,
Yeah,
and
agreed.
I hope to see him have the best matches. And if he's willing to, as far as he's willing to go, I'm willing to push him that far. And I think he will. I think he'll answer the call. Um, and going on to another match, I know we've got someone's going to get erased. Someone's going to get erased, man. We got Asmodeus versus Adam Penham. And
Oh,
I think where things have come to a point where they're going to be gone. They're going to hit each other with everything they got, but not because they have to be, not for good competition, but because they have to.
yeah,
Because if you lose this match, you are done. And you're not done and you can go to another promotion. You're not done and you're done completely.
yeah,
Your who you are is erased. You've signed the contract. You will never ever be who you are. I don't know if you got to figure out life after that, where you go from here. I have no idea. But I don't think I've ever seen a match that's been created like that, where you've been erased from history. You are
yeah.
gone. You are dissolved. I like to think of it as Endgame comes to mind when they
Okay.
just fade away. That is literally what's going to happen. So yeah, man, we've got a ton of matches. Um, I would go. None of them are going to be anything that you've really ever seen before. All of them are going to be just wild, crazy, all over the place, man. And I truly hope if you get a chance, uh, again, fans, people who've never seen Apex, people that have seen some of the stuff that we got going on, a lot of the stuff we got going on, come on out, man. Come on out and check it out because again, you're going to see something that we really put a lot of effort into. and hopefully that plays out the way it's supposed to. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns, and we'll go from there, man.
Damn, I'm hyped for this show. I'm looking forward to commentating and see where everything goes. But again, ladies and gentlemen, has been TJ Cantu, the Apex General Manager. And once again, you can find they've had one episode so far. It came out like a week or two ago. Just search Apex Championship Entertainment on YouTube and also on Facebook. Do y'all have any other socials out there, like TikTok or anything like that, or is there like an Instagram account as well?
Coming very, very, very soon. We are going to get on Instagram. That's going to be
Okay,
very, very soon. We're going to start doing a lot more of the stuff as well. So be ready. All that, any information. First off, get on Facebook, Apex Championship Entertainment. You're going to see everything that we got available. And anytime we post anything else, we'll actually link it. And but yeah, Instagram will be coming very soon because that is the one thing that we got a big request on. I want to go as far as to say I shouldn't say this, but I am. You're going to hear it first, secret. I
oh,
do want to try to get a Snapchat with some of the talent where you can see
nice.
some backstage things after the match. You can get their takes personally from them. What that's going to do, you can add them and they'll post it on there, so you'll get their takes on how they feel before the match, how they feel after the match, things like that. But that's going to be coming. I should not have said that. That was supposed to be a surprise. I'll probably get in trouble for that, but
You know
it
what? It's a Zodiac exclusive. You heard it here first.
is. It is.
Snapchat is coming. We got an Instagram coming as well. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the South Texas area, you definitely want to head to Beeville on March 1st for the Beeville Beatdown. A lot of matches on the card and probably more on the way. I do want to thank you, CJ, for coming on. Or TJ, I'm sorry. I was thinking of somebody else. TJ, thank you for being on the show. I know it was last minute. Um, I'm looking forward to the big and great things from you and from the company. That I'm very happy to still be a part of the company and be the voice of Apex. So,
Always.
with that being said, for TJ Cantu, I am the Maverick, Josh Zodiac. I want to thank you for being on the Horoscope today. And until next time, this is the way.